going on? You to world. Dave. IRP 186.
Oh, we're coming up on 187. Uh-oh.
I-
Look out.
Might be some Snoop Dogg up in the placeholder next week.
Because eventually we're going to have to figure out when we're going to do the next deep dive. So
I know. Obviously been bantied about many times in the group text, so
not really.
no. No.
Are you in a group text message that I'm not in? Is there something I should know? Like, am I unaware of something?
No, I think.
Which is fine if I am. Like, I don't need to be in the know of everything because, like, my brain
Trying to think
hurts.
the big one. Like Carlos.
Yeah, the big one, the big one, the
The
national,
national.
and then we
You,
have
me and
yeah,
Vinny.
but then we also have
There's like
lowest rung, me, you, Bob,
Vinny.
I think.
I mean,
And
yeah, there's a
there's a
myriad.
few. There's a few.
Yeah. Yeah, there's.
I have to pay attention, like literally, like pay attention to figure out, okay, which group message is this? Anytime we see anything from Ed, I automatically know it's that one, the one with
Yeah.
Carlos and the larger group. But
Yeah. And same with Joe. Like I know it's the national chat.
yep. Yeah, so those are the easy ones to figure out. It's the other ones that it's like, okay, which one is this? What can I share? What can I say? What can I not say?
And
not
usually,
not that we're telling secrets, but what I'm referring to is pickups for other people, that type of stuff. You don't want to screw the surprise. So
surprise is half the excitement.
exactly. So it is what it is, but at least, well, I'm speaking for myself. At least I try and pay attention because, like I said, that would really suck if somehow, shape, form, or fashion one of us put something in the wrong chat or bring up something in the wrong chat or ask a question about something. It's a lot of fucking work, man.
Yeah, and usually it's like, okay, to see the Steve Vinny one, I'm like, I'll share that most of the stuff there. Just because, again, I could send it elsewhere, but I'm like, I know that one's most of the time.
Well, and then we also I mean, you and I have a thread. Vinny
Yep.
and I have a thread. I'm sure you and Vinny have a thread. I have one with lowest rung. I have one with Bob.
Yep.
It just, I probably have one with everybody. Not saying that it's used frequently, but still.
Yeah, and there'll be times too where it's like we've said it before. You go several days, and it's not like, okay, are you okay? It's just like you look at the time at work. It's like, how did I get to be this time? I've got to get going. I've got to do this. And then
Yep.
you're trying to do all the other stuff, and it creeps up on whatever time. Okay, there's either softball or whatever's going on. It's like, okay, and then maybe if we do this, it's like after this, we do the after hours for a little bit, and like
Yep.
I'm dead because I gotta get up in the morning to fucking drive 8.5 hours in a day.
Yep. Yeah. That's why all the other ideas slack. I
Oh,
mean, it's being brutally honest. It's so many ideas have come up that we think, well, let's be honest here. Things that we feel that could be beneficial. At the end of the day, if you watch it, great. If you don't, who gives a shit? But it's something that we want to do.
mm-hmm.
Uh, because we feel like some of that information is lacking in the space. Space being more surrounding football. But, with Vinny being part of the three-headed monster, he can do a lot when it comes to hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And truth be told, like that space is really lacking when it comes to information.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hockey guys that collect, that we have interactions with, that we communicate with, but they're not on YouTube. They're more Instagram.
Yeah.
Wealth of knowledge, but it's one of those in which to a degree they're not comfortable with doing it in this sort of environment, which is okay. No, I hope he sucks. I hope he throws 50 picks
Yeah.
and they bench him after the first quarter of the first game. No, I don't mean that. I wish him well. I I'm not a huge fan of his, but I had very high expectations, and he performed way under those expectations. Last year he did a lot better, but I like there's more to his lack of productivity, I think. I don't know if he's lost the drive to play at a high level. I don't know if it's a nagging injury. Like something is off with him. It could be all psychological. I don't know. But he's still a young enough guy to where he could play at a very high level. Last year, he didn't play bad. He didn't play bad. He didn't play great. He didn't play at the caliber that he had in the past, but he was good. He was better than he was the year prior. Um, I think they gave up on him too soon. Um, but at the same time, like Denver still has a lot of retooling to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think he fit the system because Denver usually goes with smaller linemen. It helps in the run game in a lot of situations. And I'm speaking from a historical perspective because I look at, Terrell Davis, Orlando Scary, Mike Anderson, Clinton Portis, all those rash of years of 1,000-yard rushers um, that it was all surrounding a smaller, faster, stronger line, allowing the running backs to basically pick a hole, make a cut, and go
Yeah.
north south.
Zone blocking, and boom.
So I still feel as though that philosophy has still been there, and Russ is not as mobile as what he once was, and I just don't feel like he was. I don't feel like he was putting in the best effort. Like, I don't feel like he was in the freaking film room really checking stuff. And part of me thinks that he's just not, that the love and the passion has dissipated.
I wonder at what time that and if he continues, he's mediocre with Pittsburgh this year, or just shits the bed. I wonder how much of that comes up then. How much of it's Pete Carroll? Because you look at then Geno Smith, pretty much just like
Yeah.
take him out of the recycle bin and be like, I can use you as a water bottle, I guess. And you throw up what 25 touchdowns or whatever. You go to the Pro Bowl, which doesn't mean anything, but I mean you still get some recognition.
Not anymore. It doesn't. It
I
means
get,
absolutely nothing now.
yeah. So, but
It's
that's something I thought it and like, okay, now you got Hackett in there, and that was just a disaster. And then does that completely sour Russ on the again? There's a lot of factors, but again, you're getting paid how much fucking money the effort that you showed on and off the field was not conducive of the paychecks you were getting.
100%. And
So
again, is that a coaching issue? Is that a Russ issue? Is it player personnel? I mean, there were a lot of articles surrounding, the lack of leadership he was showing in the in the locker room.
yeah, when you
You're the
check out,
quarterback. You're the quarterback. If that's what's being said, there's a fucking problem.
yep,
Captain or not. Like, hello.
yeah, you have to be vocal. You don't have to be screaming and shouting all the time and like being and interjecting everywhere, but you can't be a ghost.
No.
You can't
I
just go
wish
home
him
and
well.
with Kiara and just be like, you want her goodies and that's it, and that's you're bathing in your money. So that can't be what happens.
I wish him well. If he plays like he did last year for Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh got the steal of free agency with what they're paying
Yeah,
him. So, like, there is no ifs, ands, buts about it. If he plays at the same level that he did last year for Pittsburgh, it's the steal of free agency. Do I think he will? If his heart and his passion for the game is still there, I think he will actually play better. The difference is he has competition in Pittsburgh, which changes things. In Denver, he really didn't have competition. He pretty much knew he was the guy. And it was his to lose going into the season. Yes, they benched him. But I think that was more for effect,
yeah.
knowing that they were probably going to cut him. So we all know the NFL is a business. I like Russell Wilson. I like what he's done for like I think he's a great quarterback. I really do. But I don't something doesn't seem right with him. And I really think it's more I think there's a nagging injury or carryover from surgery that hasn't fully healed. So he's trying to figure out ways to compensate for a shortcoming, whatever that may be. Uh, I don't have facts on that. It just something. Ever since he left Seattle, he is not the Russell Wilson that everybody knew him to be. Just he's not. So
I think it's
I wish him
love of the game, and money. It you got paid, and you got paid
well.
incredibly well, and you've had your success.
Yep. Yeah, you've won your Super Bowl. Like
Yeah,
I don't know of any quarterback who wouldn't want to win another one.
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean that was kind of the whole hurrah about him going to Denver. Oh, now we got a higher caliber quarterback. What is that going to do? Well, it didn't do shit. But made me probably lose some more hair. Because truth be told, I stopped watching games even when they were on TV because it was it was embarrassing.
Yeah, they're
It was an embarrassment.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that I don't know. I think Tomlin, if Tomlin can't get anything out of um Russ, then
he's done.
yeah. I mean, it just Hackett. I don't care. That's a waste of time. Sean Payton.
I don't like what Denver gave up for Peyton, but
it's
I think
it's so much of it for me, and I've
Russ
said,
was screwed.
oh
Russ
yeah,
was screwed the minute they got Peyton
yeah,
because Russell Wilson is not a Sean Payton style quarterback.
no,
He's not. And Peyton just had to deal with it for last year. But I'm sure he made it well known to management that this shit ain't working. This guy I can't work with. He doesn't fit my system. Something's got to give.
I just think too much of it's Sean Payton wanting to prove that it wasn't all Drew Brees that brought him success in New Orleans, and he's gonna cut off his hand or whatever to spite himself or whatever the old saying is. I can't think of it, but it's like he'll pretty much go to the end of the earth to bury a franchise to make sure that he gets whatever people in there he wants. And I don't think highly of him. I mean, is he a solid coach? Absolutely. But I there's when you've got that arrogant schmarminess to you, and you aren't like Belichick where you knew when how Tom Brady is he hurt today? He's okay. Well, look like he got hurt and injured out there. He's fine. You know what's coming.
Right.
But Peyton has that almost like that antagonistic, like maybe almost like an Angel Hernandez type of like attitude at the end. So and that rubs me the wrong way. It's just like, dude, you're a
Well,
coach.
he doesn't come across as a good person,
No.
which I think is ultimately what you were trying to get to.
Yes.
He just doesn't seem like a good person. Great coach, but not a
Douche.
good person.
Just a fucking piece of shit.
Yes, we're talking about the guy who took the Saints to a Super Bowl and won. Yes, that guy. And yes, we know it's your team. And do we care? No.
No.
Because we talk shit about every team.
We talk shit about everything.
Go Panthers.
Again, that I knew at some point the lack of depth for the Oilers was going to come into play. You just don't have. You've got your big guns. It's a top heavy, uh, and it's been that way, and that's why they haven't had like deep playoff runs. It's if McDavid gets dinged up, if Draisaitl gets dinged up, you didn't have Zach Hyman having a career year previous years. Um, a lot of their trade acquisitions come in, and the rentals come in, and they flop. They're always trying. They're always trying to get some kind of nickel and dime veteran to slot in there, and it hasn't worked this year for the reason of defense hasn't been terrible. Skinner looked shit at the beginning of the year. Started coming around when the calendar changed. Um,
Well, shit. Dallas forgot how to play fucking hockey. That's the only reason why Edmonton beat them.
Well, this is correct.
I'm just gonna call it like it is. Like Dallas literally forgot how to fucking play hockey. Like I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It blew my mind. Yes, was there missed calls on both sides as far as penalties? Yes, but at the end of the day, it wasn't gonna fucking help Dallas anyways. Dallas hadn't scored on a power play against them anyways, so who gives a shit? So that wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game. But Dallas literally forgot how to play or how to kill a penalty. And Ottinger looked like shit in those games too. Like I don't know what the fuck their problem was. I think when they went up 2-0 in game 3 and then ended up losing 5-2, like something went on in their psyche because they played like literal shit as if they had never skated a game ever. And remember, I don't watch hockey as much as everybody else does, at least from the hockey point of view. But I watch enough of it in the postseason. I understand the game. And Dallas was trying to play a different style of hockey. All these freaking touch passes and all this other kind of garbage, that's not Dallas. Shoot it at the net and get it on the rebound. That's Dallas. That's Dallas hockey. It's the way Dallas has always been.
Mm-hmm.
Why all of a sudden are you starting to do these touch passes and all this other freaking? Yeah, it looks pretty if it works, but that's not how you play.
No.
So, but and also like Florida's this the first 2 games they've been fun to watch because I've watched them, even though Dallas isn't in it, because I feel like I have a vested interest. Because go Panthers. But Florida's checking their freaking like Dallas barely hit a fucking guy during that series. This one, all you do is turn around and you're seeing somebody get freaking crushed into the wall.
And
So
Bobrovsky's been playing out of his mind too.
Yeah. He's had some killer saves. Killer saves. So I don't care who wins either way. You guys know this, but because Edmonton beat Dallas, I have to root for Florida. I mean, I have to. And I know it'll aggravate Dave and Paul.
To a degree. Again, I'd love to see the Oilers win, obviously. That's my squad. But my fandom of like anyone winning a title, it just I don't know. It's football, hockey. Those are the two I usually get real excited with. I don't know. Just more soft.
I'm leaving that up because I'm sure Michael probably has something.
I was gonna say Michael's probably.
I don't have shit.
I was gonna say I don't even. I got stuff coming in that won't be shown until Christmas.
I have something at eBay authentication that will probably take a year to get to me.
So you have something that you have picked up, you just don't have it in your hand.
Yeah, I just don't know whenever it's going to get here. They have it. My item's being inspected.
That's more than what I can say for me.
And the item that is there I have no idea how they're fucking authenticating it. It has no purpose of going there at all. It should have been sent directly to me.
Price point, I'm guessing. That's usually the indicator, but that's not always the case.
Nah, I was gonna say, I bought some things that were $80 that went to authentication, and I bought things that are 500 that didn't.
So it makes you wonder what their policy actually is surrounding it.
Yeah.
And eventually we'll get back to Vinny since he's late for the party. I'm sure he's probably gotten a few things, a few spattering of things that have come in, but we'll get to him later. Don't ever do that again.
Don't worry, Vinny. You didn't miss anything. Just talking about boring ass Russell Wilson.
Well, is that the ComC order?
It's 2024 Lemieux. Everything I got from Mario this year. I haven't freaking put nothing in the old checklist yet.
But that's not all like recent since last week either.
No,
so
that's all of 2024 to this point for Mario. That's not ComC. That's nothing but Mario. I think it goes back to the Christmas episode. I started this box the day after. So a little bit of 2023 in there too.
No, Joe, I don't know. If they went back to that, I wouldn't mind. I like those retro type throwback, whatever alternate uniforms they've got, where it's the wild with the old North Stars green and yellow, and then you can have the current or original wild stuff as like your throwback. I don't think anybody care either way. It's nice to see them. I wish they had like people taking a dump on Norm Green though. That's always the one that I want to.
So in other words, what you're saying, it would be really cool if they could find a way to do that, right?
If what was it, slap shot when the guy's like, oh man, I'm so drunk, I don't want to get hit, I'm gonna piss myself, and they fucking steamroll the dude, and he's just in the corner, and he's like, I'm like, that's what you have to do, put Norm Green's picture in the corner, in the like one of the corners, and just fucking take a piss on him. He's a fucking idiot. Like, again, how many years? That's 30 years since he moved out of the North Stars down south, and obviously I'm not the only one that still hates Norm Green.
I don't know who the fuck he is, so I could give two shits.
Owner of the North Stars way back when.
Does he still own Dallas?
I don't know if he still owns. If he does, Christ, he's got to be like Mr. Burns' age.
I don't even know who freaking owns the Stars. Tom Gagliardi.
So guy owns the Michigan Stars.
And he's Canadian. Interesting. Learn something new every day.
What's that part? No.
On to more important topics, I guess. Nobody wants to hear us talk about hockey. Well, a few people may want to hear us talk about hockey, but most people don't give two shits. So, yeah. Housekeeping notes, really quick. Vinny in his Shoresy shirt. Eventually, the episode will get scheduled for the winner of the most recent survey. So it is 99EX Century Football. Just trying to remember to keep bringing it up. We will eventually get the episode scheduled. It is more and more difficult these days to have conversations even after hours because it's shortened, because the later start time, to make sure that we have our ducks in a row and ensure we have what we need. So just please be patient. We hope that it'll still happen this month. If not, it may be July, like the first week of July. I haven't bothered to look to see when July 4th is. Anybody
Thursday.
know?
Wednesday. Is it
Thursday.
Thursday? Is it
It's on a
Thursday?
Thursday. Okay. So at the latest, it'll be the first week of July. Something that I would like to correct myself 2 weeks ago when we had Bob back. We were talking about Skeens. It is Skeens, right? Is that how you say his last name? Dating Livy Dunn. I like to make sure when I say something, it's correct. I mentioned Fabletics. She is Viore. She is a Viore sponsor. Not that anybody gives a shit, but at the same time, when I misspeak, I like to correct it. Like I said, not that anybody fucking cares, but it's more for personal reasons. And Joe, I saw you earlier. Not to burst your bubble. The title was clickbait.
Just like the title for the other person was clicked. I saw that one. That was. Come on.
Yeah, I saw that one when you posted on Instagram. That top one's the helmet, isn't it?
Yep.
Where did this one come across from? Because that doesn't seem like something that'd be laying out in a fucking a card show.
This was on eBay, got listed by Probstein.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was ending at the same time as DC Sports 87, all their high-end Clay Matthews stuff that was ending. It was all ending at the same time. And I ended up getting this card for under $200. Which is crazy for these.
That's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that I won it. I just threw in a bid that was slightly north of there, but I was just putting in a bid just in case, and it freaking won it at under $200. I was like, yeah, I need a helmet relic of Favre, so it might as well be old school
101.
upper deck and being a 101.
Right? Yeah, can't go wrong with that. Speaking of
No.
101s, so Mike, 25 Mo Down 25, sent me a message on Instagram. There is a very, very nice Terrell Davis on PWCC right now. I've been monitoring it. Very, 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 very nice. Remember, my card budget pretty much is zero these days. So it's more of a I want to see what happens. It's a 101. It's from 98. It is graded. I'm pulling it up just so I can share it.
Can we get a couple guesses before we?
Sure.
I've got 3 in my mind.
Okay.
Ultra,
No.
Rookies and Stars 1,
No.
and then
Flair Showcase.
What was that, Michael?
Flair Showcase.
That is correct.
Boom. Ooh.
So
Is it row 0? No, row 1. What is this?
Why did it back out? Yeah, row 1.
Yeah.
So huge card. Huge.
Yes.
Yeah, card is incredible.
So it's got 4 days left. Anybody want to guess what the current bid is? Anybody?
1,300.
Lower.
6,
Higher.
8,
Higher.
1. Okay.
Just south. So that's the current bid. So here's my thought process. I get it. It's from 1998. It's almost like a unicorn. Let's face it. You don't usually see them often, of any player for that matter.
Mm.
Even if I had opportunity, if that card goes more for the 06 NT Logo Shield Auto, somebody is stupid. My opinion, because TD doesn't have a lot of NFL Logo Shield Auto 101s or NFL Logo Shields at all. So if somebody ends up paying more for that than the NT 101, I may tell them you're smoking crack.
What did the NT end up going for?
A little over $1,200.
Yeah, this card's going probably around $2,500.
I'm guessing at least it's going to hit the 2K mark.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe around 17, 18. But it's definitely going to go north of the Shield.
No, Ty,
If it was,
not anywhere close.
if that was the Row Zero, which I want to say, isn't that the year that it's the Mojo?
Yep.
Horizontal Mojo. Yeah, that card would go probably in the 3,000 range.
But this is what I find interesting. And granted, I get the legacy. The NT sale was last year sometime. That's when the one seller was selling all the freaking sick ass NT shit, freaking over a multitude of weeks.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was fun to watch.
I didn't bid on a single thing. I just watched.
I did, and I lost, as everybody knows.
Yep.
But I get the. I don't want to call it the legacy of the card. Like there's. I get it. I do. I get the drive, and people wanting it because of what it is. And I could see that having nothing to do with the player and somebody, a lot of people out there just wanting the 101s from that set.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a little bit more of what I feel to be stiff competition because it's not just from a player perspective. You've got 90s 101 guys, you've got certain set 101 guys, like you have a combination of a lot of things that go into play for something like that.
This is a Super Bowl year too, right? 98.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's there's just so much surrounding it. Personally, do I think it's worth what it's selling for now? No, I don't. Because I have other 101s from 97 and 98. And I'm not talking purchases from 10 years ago. We'll say in the last 3 years. That weren't anywhere close to that.
No.
That are just as nice, just as collectible, but nowhere close to that. Now, could it go for more if it was on eBay? Maybe, because a lot of people shy away from PWCC because of all the past shenanigans and speculations and rumors and all that other kind of fun stuff. Could it have sold more on Golden? Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? But I think that card is going to sell for more than what the NT 101 did. And that just blows my mind.
I think it will without a problem.
That just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I get it. Like I said, because of the set and the significant, like I get all that, but it's still Blows my mind. Again, because, and don't hold me to this, I think Terrell Davis, game used, I'm going to use that preface, game used NFL shields, I think he has under like 8 total.
Yeah.
And the NT being like the grail as far as I'm concerned. That's true, Bobby, but that's going to take some time for full on integration. So, but yeah, when he sent that to me, I'm like, holy shit, I never in a million years thought I would ever see one of these. It's the same thing of stumbling across like a Gym Masters or a Masterpieces, or, you know, the Gold Label 101s, that type of stuff. Things that you just don't see.
I
But
saw
when
I saw a TD PMG green yesterday.
I know one of the people who bought one. Yeah. It is what it is. I ain't got that kind of deep pockets, man.
Every time I talk to you, you start spinning. So I have no idea what you said after I said that. So, but yeah, I was on I was on Instagram and came across somebody. Can't remember. I saved the link because I was going to send it to you. But he collects a lot of Utah Jazz stuff, Stockton stuff, but he also has a handful of really ridiculously high-end TD cards.
I know who it is.
Yeah.
Yep. And it pains me. It pains me to see it.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, you didn't even like his posts of TD cards. Because I looked.
For reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
For reasons. Not that it's... There's a few of them. There's a couple of them on there that, like, I can't contend with.
No.
There's one of the guys that recently got the red ungraded, got it from another person on Instagram, sent it off to be graded, and I think it came back a 7 or an 8, which is as good as you can get and hope for those anyways. But it's like, good for these folks. Like, even in my prime days, because of what those have consistently been selling for, like, I can't sniff them.
Yeah.
I can't. I've paid, I'm trying to think. Off the top of my head, currently, there are 3 cards in my collection that I paid over $300 for. Three.
I know one's the limited, the quad.
Yes, and that was over 4. So that's the most I've ever paid for a card. That was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
The other 2, the Flawless 101 and my absolute Tag 101.
Okay.
That's it.
I wish I could say that about the box set next to me. I wish
Yeah,
I could still have the cards and make that claim.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've been able to move stuff and do very well in order to secure some of the more recent stuff that you have acquired.
And then watch others do better off those same cards than I did. I don't know who's out there paying the prices that they are right now on some of that stuff. It blows my mind.
Dave, did you highlight this comment from LA Pats?
Yes.
I didn't know if you did or not. I just now came back and
Yeah, I agree
Read it.
with that statement there.
100%. It's that ironclad circle, the circle jerk crew that's protecting those.
Float up in the stratosphere.
Could be, but with that reference, Vinny, that would be more hockey focused than football and basketball. But truth be told, I mean, in 100% all honesty, like Nat Turner almost has a full set of red and green. And
Bless his
you
soul.
know he's probably paid some major coinage for some of those cards over the years, because some of them have been more recent pickups, and the prices they seem to keep going up.
Do you remember here in the last couple of years when his backpack got stolen out of his car?
I remember hearing that. Yeah.
The Kevin Garnett PMG green was in that backpack when it got taken. He had just gotten it, and luckily they were able to recover it all.
But yeah, but then again, we've talked about PMGs on and off in multiple different episodes. A lot of people put those as like the top of the top when it comes to 90s inserts. And like for me, are both PMGs on my list? Yes, but they're not 1 and 2.
Not even close.
They've never been 1 and 2. There are other 90s cards that have more eye appeal than PMGs.
I know we discussed it. Did you have one of the 2000 men?
Honestly, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I know you would ask me.
Numbered out of 100. I love those cards.
I think that's one that's eluded me. For a multitude of reasons. Mostly because they don't get listed very often.
No.
I had a chance to go after one of the Playmaker theaters last week, and I just watched it go bye-bye.
Yeah, those go for a nice chunk.
I think it went for just under, I don't know, do I still have it in my watch list? I think I actually got rid of it. I think it went for just under $400.
Grant had the set at one time. Sold it.
You told me that, and I watched his go bye-bye for less than what the most recent one did.
Yeah, it's difficult when he has cards that I would like to have in my collection, because he runs into and picks up really nice Favre stuff, because even though he's a Bears fan, he is also a Brett Favre fan. So he'll accumulate some Favre stuff that I'm just like, oh my God. But when he goes to move it, I mean, I can't afford that stuff, because he has the NT Shield auto like the Terrell Davis of Favre. And it's just out of my price. It would be $3,500 is the number on it. And I can't justify owning a card that costs that much money.
Well, it was going to be hard for me to justify if I won the NT Shield myself.
Yeah.
And truth be told, like, I didn't blow my wad because I didn't want to go into one of those situations in which I went well outside my means. And then I'm going to be making phone calls. Hey, Michael, can you loan me some cash? Hey, Dave, can you loan? Like, no. Like, I know my friends would help, but that's beside the point. If they had the ability to help. Let me rephrase.
And I feel that way too. There becomes a point and a price for something where it doesn't feel good to win it.
And
Or
that's
not
how
as
I
good
felt.
not as good as it should.
Mhm.
And that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Because my max bid was just under $1,000.
Yeah.
Because at where it was at, I felt good about it. Like I have a chance. But then of course it like it just like shit all over the place.
Yep.
And is what it went for a decent price? Yes. It was reasonable. It wasn't far-fetched.
I
It wasn't
think
outrageous.
it sells for less if it was put on the auction block again right now. I think you would have won it.
I think it would too, but the problem is the person who owns it probably won't let it go because he has it on eBay for $3,200.
Do they really?
Yeah. And yet the motherfucker posted it on Instagram saying freaking PC. No, dude. And I even think it was 25 Modown 25 that actually found the guy on Instagram.
Ugh.
And sent it to me.
That's
and
gross.
It took every ounce of energy to not message him and be like, dude, congratulations on the win, but
why is it now $2,000 above what you paid for it?
Yeah.
Why are you claiming for my collection and you're all excited about it, but now it's relisted for 2.5 times what you paid for?
Yeah.
Like, are you purposely flexing? If you come out and tell me that's what you're doing, okay, I'll give it to you. But don't no.
Yeah.
Because I know I wouldn't be the only one going after it. Any I'm going to use this terminology, I may get shot, but any true Terrell Davis player collector, that was on their radar. And they probably bid on it. But it's one of those in which I'm hoping at some point that he gets a grip. And if it really isn't PC, he looks to try and move it.
Yeah.
And if he throws it up not via buy it now best offer, I'll take another run at it. I'll find a way.
Yeah, I fooled around with the notion of selling off all my clays minus impeccable and chrome. I thought about selling all of it besides those two products. Buying my Lou Gehrig, and buying that Favre. But I'm not there.
Lou Gehrig I get because you used to have one.
Yeah.
So I understand
that right there, that card will always be worth more than what I pay for it. Whenever I get it, it'll be worth more than that down the road. That's 100%. Just the way vintage has gone.
Well, and especially as somebody of Gehrig's caliber.
Yeah. I mean, it's an iconic card.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That is one that gets the designation of iconic. 100%.
Yeah.
So that I could understand. But all the time, energy that you put in to everything else for the quantity of getting rid of to get a +1, that would be hard. That would be hard for me to accept.
It'd make my case a lot lighter.
You do that? Don't tell me. Do not fucking tell me, because I will lie. again, we've always said it. Your cards,
Yeah.
your collection, you do you. But
Trust me, it wasn't a long thought process
well,
because I immediately go, "What about certified? You're gonna want to keep certified."
that's the. I'm like right away. I'm like mirror blacks. Everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
Hi.
I see.
the
Can I
food.
show you guys something?
No, you can't.
Gosh darn it. Haha, just kidding.
Yeah, like what? You don't ever listen. You don't listen to your parents, let alone listen to
Wah,
me.
wah.
Like what the hell?
Look what Dad got me at the what was it, Kroger?
Yeah.
Kroger.
They have Sword and Shield at Kroger.
I got what was it? A V-Star?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, ask if I could open one, maybe.
Open one behind me. I'll put on mute.
Make them big.
They had like
Don't-
starter packs or something at
Yeah, there's a good shit. I got the big one. Bonk. Alright, so first pack, we got a V-Star.
Don't ever go with the let's go again though.
Don't.
We don't do that.
Why?
We don't do that.
We don't do that here.
You were on mute when you said it. But I read your lips.
Pikachu. Nothing good so far.
Nothing.
You got a shiny grid. Oh, Dragonite. Dragonite. One of my favorite Pokemons.
Pikachu's in there. I like Pikachu.
Was that a foil? See?
Huh?
Was that a foil that
Yeah.
you showed? Okay.
Oh, he's also one of my favorites because he holds a spoon in his like 5-volt final evolution. I don't know how to say it. Evolution.
Yeah.
Pikachu for all the Pikachu fans.
Okay. Now it's too hot to be in this
All right,
proximity.
well I'm almost
Bye-bye.
done, and I'm gonna be rest of the night.
the bubble.
One
Bubble.
more.
We gotta
Boss.
use the lucky stream. Sorry, the lucky stream. But look at this pack though. The lucky stream. The good luck thing.
We don't have good luck mojo.
Womp womp.
The only time I pull anything decent is when we're not on a stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks cool. It looks like an egg. All right, that's like a literal bird. So, looks like an albino eagle. Oh, that's like that's literally the bird that can like puff up its chest and has like a red chest. All right, last one.
First pack was the best one
Yeah, because we got a V-Star.
that she did off camera.
I'll
Of
show
course,
you. Come back with the V-Star.
that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
The
Like
good
Steve
luck
said, you
happens
pull the
off
best
camera.
stuff when you're not on camera.
Yeah, 'cause I'm an unlucky person.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, well,
Never
I just
mind.
reversed your karma.
That's cool.
That looks like
Wow.
a dog that's on fire. I hope he's okay.
That's pretty cool looking. What is that?
A card.
I thought for a second I got two V-Stars. Okay, that's just a literal spider. Bro.
If-
I got another.
but it's foil.
Okay, that's a bat. It literally says bat in the name. Look at this. It says bat in the name.
Well,
Okay.
That's what
I
it
have a
is.
complaint, Pokemon.
It's been a thin slice of heaven. Bye-bye.
There you go, everybody. YouTube world.
At least you know the nomenclature.
Yeah. Come
Hi,
on.
welcome YouTube world. Welcome back. Welcome back to CC Corner. We're opening Pokemon cards.
Bye-bye.
CC's corner. That's pretty creative.
It's actually a corner. I can feel the corner
You can-
right
He
here.
can have C4.
Where the wall intersects.
I was not providing a literal meaning.
Intersects.
Don't you have school tomorrow?
No, it's summer break. Have you forgotten I'm a 7th grader?
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
You can have C4, CC,
Hasta
Summer
la
Corner.
vista. I don't know any more languages to say goodbye. Oh, bye. Toodaloo.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Cute.
Arrivederci. Adios.
Oh, yeah, audio.
So long, farewell, Aviedersehen, adieu, 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 to you and you and you. Go.
Bonk.
Question for you, Vinny.
What kind of black
There you go,
magic is
Vincenzo.
that? No, what kind of black magic is that? It literally muted it by itself. No, this is black magic. What type
Go.
of foolery is this?
Go. Go.
Still waiting for the answer to the question.
I will as soon as the
Goodbye.
child moves.
Goodbye for real.
Get your dog. Bye-bye.
Bye. Adios.
Oh, somebody went and looked for their Kevin Garnett's. That was a gift from one of these people on this show. So fucking killer, man. I'm so glad I found that. I think you're on mute because if you're talking, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Come on, Rookie.
I was thinking about this delicious Pop-Tart that I'm eating. Yeah, I had to move it to the big case to store it with the Patch Auto.
I still can't believe I fucking had that.
That's such a crazy pull.
And random basketball shit. That
Yeah.
that all originated from when I was selling boxes. Because heaven forbid I actually use the money I made from selling those boxes for other like cards. Oh no, because I had old boxes and shit in my house, I just freaking hey, here, have some more money. It would open random shit. But it went to a good home. I know it's appreciated. I know it's loved.
Very much so.
And that's all that fucking matters. So there you have it. But that's how I got my set of 90, 96, 97 Bowman's Best was because a lot of the boxes that I think what was the oldest or the newest? 2009 maybe was the oldest or the newest product at the time that was included in all that shit.
I'll eventually pick up some more basketball guys for my collection. Currently standing, it's just Kevin Garnett. It's the only nice basketball card I picked up. And truthfully, of the guys that I was fans of, I don't know that they have a lot of nice high-end stuff because they're not really expensive, great Hall of Fame basketball players.
Right.
I was a big fan of Mike Miller and David Lee. I loved both those guys, and I don't know what all, if anything, is out there of them.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be some nice Mike Miller, like maybe some Fleer parallel stuff. But again, knowing your taste and knowing You're not like me and just a fucking whore for the player. It's got to be something like, okay, it's almost like when, and I know they don't have it, but it's like a playoff honors, like the hidden gems or something like that, where it's like it's cool and it's got a layer of coolness, because if you don't know, oh, it's numbered to 600. Well,
Or in true Panini fashion, they'll make an National Treasures all-time greats autograph set, and they'll put those guys in there, and it won't make any sense, but they'll be there.
yeah,
Right.
Because that's the thing that drove me absolutely insane that they did in football was, one, the Green Bay great set that they did, that they put rookies in. And second-year guys, like they had Eddie Lacy and they had Devontae Adams, and this was in a 2014 product. And then they followed it up doing a Steelers steel curtain set and put offensive players in it.
well, we shouldn't be surprised as it is Panini.
No, but
Yeah.
man, it's just crazy that there wasn't one person with a brain in that room that said, wasn't the steel curtain about defense?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Or as
Yeah,
I
but
refer to it on the Christmas episode, the Iron Curtain, with my Joseph Stalin rookie card.
The booklet with him and Hitler.
Jeez. Mussolini.
You can now answer the question, Vinny, that is still on the screen.
So I did not get to go to the Novi show. I originally had a plan to go with my buddy. Then he found out it was the week he went to football camp with his son, because he played football at Clemson, and he went there. And then since he wasn't there, the better half ran the pro game Friday night for the Stars, and I did my normal whatever the better half tells me to do, and we lost 2-1. And then Saturday and Sunday were the last 2 days of tryouts for next year's soccer team for C. So proud to announce C is the starting keeper for the Elite 2 team. The Elite 1 is a platoon of 2 keepers, but she has the solo spot, which I think is good because she's it. And then her friend, what's her name? Haley. She's the backup keeper, and she really doesn't want to play keeper because she's a heck of a midfielder. So, but she's it. So that was my weekend, Jeff. I saw a couple people. There was one influencer, that King of Cards. I think he's from Florida. He goes to the expo too. He was there, and he said he did well. Other than that, I didn't see any videos. I'm going to try to see if I can find any. But it'd have been nice to go. But the next opportunity is national, which I probably won't go to. So I'm putting all my eggs in the Expo November basket.
Sans Dave and Steve. By the way.
Sans Dave and Steve. So that would be me and my buddy Chris. We're going to try to go because we think it'd be cool. So it would be like going to hockey card Mecca. So that is the objective. But in the meantime, there's a lot of organizing to do and cleaning to do and all that stuff. So,
Speaking of organizing and cleaning, are we getting any closer to you and I having our big trade conversation, or are we still months? Which is fine. I'm not Like, don't sit there and think I'm calling you out, Vinny.
No, it should be within the next couple weeks. It's getting closer.
Sounds good. Sounds
Oh,
good.
cool. Tim did good. Tim has I think it's called Just Hockey. I think that's what his little group is. And he got bangers. Just nothing bangers. But the value box finds, he takes value boxes to one show. And that's where I found a lot of good stuff. His value boxes are insanely good. But his showcases are future watches, all your older stuff graded, future watch, young guns, patch autos, just sick stuff. So that's good. He did good. Did well, I should say. He's probably the best guy around here for hockey. He's got a good bit of it, and it's all solid stuff.
And in case you haven't figured it out, Jeff and Vinny are fairly close to each other in Michigan.
Yeah, he's about 45 minutes away from me. Thus the Red Wing of Jeff's thing.
That's not always the case.
True, but in this particular episode and context, use your proper nomenclature. Yeah. So
I'll expect my my compensation for utilization of my term twice.
I'll give it to you at Christmas. Speaking of one-on-ones, I'll show you my one. I have two one-on-ones. One's a plate and this.
That is gorgeous.
That is my. Oh, it's beautiful. So thank you, Dollar Rookie from Instagram. That's who I got this from. And that was my only Instagram buy. Well, actually, I bought 2 cards from him, I think. But yeah, she's a beaut, as Steve would say.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any one-on-ones sitting right next to me to show you up. So I'm sure Michael does.
This isn't a one-on-one, but this is pretty freaking dope.
That's an awesome card.
Now the question is, do they actually designate that as a patch?
They should, because I have an Ovechkin jersey of that card, and it's gray.
There's
Because I know Upper Deck sometimes doesn't always.
Yeah, the colors on
differentiate.
the card that I have of Ovechkin, I'm almost positive it's the same set, and that's OV rookie year color, isn't it? Or,
That's 0506.
yeah.
This is a banger. Small patch window, but
Is that 3 of 6?
3 of 5.
5.
No, 3 of 5. It looks like a 6.
This one's to 100, but what a card. That's when the All-Star game was at the Igloo.
Clean card design.
Very clean. So nice job, Billy Cilio. I think he's the one that did that one. Where's the... Hold on, there's another one that was pretty... This one, I have the 1 to 35 of this, but this card's George's.
Gotta love how Ultimate Collection stole from UD Premier, because that's like a UD Premier design.
You guys all saw that before.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that one.
Where is it? Oh, here's another one. There's a 3-color, slight 3-color.
No.
Yep. Just a touch.
Artifacts. The tandems. Nothing great. I have one of them to 35. This you saw, that's the piece of the seat from the Igloo Civic Arena. Dave did not see these because he was MIA that night till later in the show. And what else is? This one's pretty cool too. I wish there was a gold piece to this, but yeah.
Ooh.
Out of 50. And that's not numbered. That's the funny thing. Nice patches or swatches, I should say. With my one Jersey Fusion card, because I just wanted to have one Jersey Fusion card. I think it's. I think I got that last year. And lastly, that bad boy. Solid freaking patch. Hey, Josh. And then, of course, I'm working on these things. The original 6. There's one for every team. So that was the Red Wings. There's the Rangers. There's the Blackhawks. And there's Montreal and the rest of them. I don't know if I have them all in here, but I think I have most of the cards I got in the last 6 months in here, but that's a nice little chunk of stuff. Oh, there's the Canadians. It's the Leafs I have that I need. I have the Leafs, but the corner's a little bent on it. So I have them all. I just need another Leafs one.
Oh, yeah.
What's that number 2?
5. One of the only few things that I have still sitting here that I haven't integrated yet. The only thing that sucks about this card is like this needs to be removed and somebody else needs to be put there. But that was Monte Ball's rookie year. That's the only reason why he's on the fucking card anyways.
Easy air, Rod Smith.
Yeah. I honestly, I would have rather had fucking anybody.
Well, don't say that. They would have put Maurice Claret on there.
Yeah, no kidding. There's the Black Diamond 2 years in a row. That's the regular to 249.
99.
What is it? 299. And then the purple's to 49. Then there's autograph under that. Is that a Rubies? Nope.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, Steve?
I'm pulling a Vinny. Does anybody else have a Ruby? Anybody?
Yeah, another box.
From 97?
Well, they didn't have hockey in 97. It was all in 12-13 retro.
That's my point.
Well, You take what you can get, son.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yep. No, it sounds like an upper deck problem.
No, it sounds like a missed opportunity for other manufacturers.
True. Those clay cards, they all went. I watched that DC 87.
What year is that? Hold on, Mike.
This is 09. This is a rookie.
Put that back up.
Spotlight Platinum.
Limited.
Okay.
Yep. It's the 101.
Yeah, I saw the 101. But I was trying to determine if that was the rookie or not.
Wow.
That doesn't even look good on camera. In person, these things light up. This is the 2012 flagship 101.
The platinum.
Are those newer, Michael, or
No.
okay?
No, he's had
Well,
had those.
I never knew what he went after this past week.
None of them. They all used to be mine.
I tried to get a couple back for you, but it failed epic. It failed epically, Michael. It failed epically. I was like, that should be able to buy that. No.
That's what I mean. That's what was blowing me away is I couldn't believe what a lot of that stuff was going for. But
I thought that was the other platinum.
yep, this card is one of my favorites. It ranks way up there.
I
As
was
it
down.
should.
I was down to the last one I needed to try to win for you, and I was winning with 10 seconds left. It went up $95. I was like, "What the
Good
piss?"
Lord.
Yeah,
Which one was that?
I don't even remember, dude. And there was another one that was numbered to like 7. It was you know which one I'm talking about?
Fabric of the game.
Yeah, and it had like green. It was green on both ends of the words and white down the middle.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, I got to be able to win the 1 to 7. Come on, no, and yep,
That one's all the ribbing, all 3 colors of it.
yep. The
Yep,
one on there
remember.
was green on both sides of the ribbing.
5 out of 7. Yeah. Every card that you saw of those that sold, except for I think maybe 3, didn't belong to me at one time. It was wild seeing all those things being on eBay at one time. I'm going, oh my God. I was going to try to win one of them back. And when I went to bid, it was already more than what I wanted to pay. So I didn't. And that was the Elements non-auto 101. I would have liked to have had that one back. And it went for, I think like $146 or something like that.
Yeah, the Clay Matthews search I have, which is funny because I'll go on there and Clay will fill up to 99 plus very quickly.
Yep.
And so does Terrell Davis. I will say that.
Yep. That's a super tough parallel to get. Old Dennis Northcutt there. Superscript
Yep.
to 25, right?
Yep. And you're on mute, Dave, by the way.
Correct. And
It's
then
fine. We knew what you were we could tell what you were saying because you were only using singular words, so it was very easy to pick up.
the one where he actually liked it, I think, on Instagrams.
That's a super.
That's pretty. What was his finest moment that they speak of on there?
Retiring.
He caught the ball.
As the clock showed 20 seconds until 27 seconds until halftime, Sims Walker made a leaping grab of a 15-yard pass, his second touchdown of the quarter. to give the Jags an insurmountable 27-3 lead over Tennessee, October 4th, 2009. So again, nothing of great importance.
They were
a
reaching for things in that set.
Well, if that's not a reach, I don't know what is.
A catch before halftime. That is beautiful.
Those are so nice.
Phoenix.
Phoenix, black Phoenix.
Black Phoenix.
You won't see any of them listed for $60 anymore.
And I got even less than that. I think it was 40.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who was that? Brodeur and who?
Chunky.
Niedermeyer?
Very short time there. Number 1 pick for Atlanta.
And hated so much now because of his escapades.
Ilya Kovalchuk.
That is cool. Almost got you that last year.
I like that card a lot.
What year is that, Dave?
Shoot the fingers.
13-14.
Quit buying stuff out of your realm.
That's a long time ago. These are all things that have been. These are probably 2-3 years old.
Okay, I'll allow it. That's cool.
Vucevic.
I remember that. Number to 100.
Hand numbered at that.
They're sitting in the old box, numbered to 22.
That was that first or second year of EX?
That's the
'Cause I know
That's the 04 version. That's like Rivers and
Oh,
all
that-
them.
so. That was second year, I think. Not and by EX, I don't mean the EX that we think about because the design elements were so different in newer EX products.
Yeah, they went away from the plastic and more to just sort of layered nonsense.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
That's the Thrill Seekers 97. I think I've got him in Merino, maybe? I don't know which one to end on. So there's that, and that was a nice the old gold medallion, which again, good luck. But these were tougher.
Yeah, the superpowers.
And those two are doubles, so that's why they're just sort of hanging out.
Good trade fodder, as you would call it.
Well, correct, but trying to find something that I want from said people, it's always
That's the struggle.
This is the lone finite in my collection. And that was a gift. That's why it's still in the collection.
I was gonna ask why that one because I remember the other two.
I had 3 other ones. 4. I had 4.
I remember 2 of them.
Yep, I had base and auto from 2012, the first year. And then I had 17 and 18, I think. That's an old gold of Bobby.
05 maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ryan Bronnier. And I think McCutcheon, maybe?
Yes.
McCutcheon had the Aflac in 04, but I think that was his first. I remember Ryan Clement being my big pull. Just a base chrome, but the time number 2 or 3 overall pick to the Mariners, catcher from USC.
I remember somehow I got a few packs of those cards, and I don't remember how, but I opened them, and I think that was no. I take that back. That was it was a different year. It was the year that Rich Harden had rookie card, his Bowman cards when he was. The card said James Harden.
3 was it? Well, no, would have been later.
It was earlier than Braun.
So, it must
But
have
I
been 3.
remembered
There wasn't 2.
I pulled some Marlins first base prospect that at the time sold for like 25 or 30 bucks. And he never made it to the big leagues, I don't think.
No, that doesn't happen ever.
No.
Especially now with the Marlins.
Look at that card I pulled when we were before Dave got here. That guy. Well, I don't even remember what his name was, and we were like, "I got an auto," and it was. We looked him up, and he was in the bigs for 2 years, and now he's been out of it for 4. And we go, "That's called retired from baseball."
Yeah.
Mirror gold.
That's awesome. That's 2000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's what Brady looks like.
So I can never buy fucking product from that goddamn year. So I can't go chasing Dennis Northcutt.
Yep. Matthew Stafford made it not possible for me to chase Clay stuff.
Well, on Sanchez, at least early in the early going.
Right, yeah, but yeah, now it's all Stafford. Adrian Gonzalez? Oh no, that's a hockey player. That looked like the signature looked like Adrian Gonzalez.
Oh, that's Go-Go.
Grand Rapids.
If you say so. Dave and his random box of shit.
Good morning.
I had random box of shit sitting next to the PC, but that's your old Ibrahim.
No. The familiar name, just the wrong.
Oh, it's Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson from the football days. The other Josh Johnson.
The third. That not the quarterback one. This was like the guy that came out 2 years ago, I think. Like a Seattle / running back, maybe.
Well, shit.
Everybody's showing shit, and I ain't got nothing to show.
A card got listed that I'm going to have to keep my eyeballs on.
You make it seem like that's a problem.
It is when you're poor.
Yeah.
Can't be any
This
more
when you're
poor
right
than me.
next month, no more buying.
It's probably not going to show up because the glare. There we go. Dual autograph from Immaculate of retro jerseys of Favre and Sterling Sharp.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
I love that card. It's numbered out of 10. I've only seen one other copy, and it had bad autographs for both players. And it's on auction. Unfortunately, it's DC Sports, so it's going to have a lot of eyeballs on it.
Yes, it will.
Tons.
That's nasty.
Yeah, there was something that I was watching that actually was on Probe Steam, and I completely forgot about it.
Say Excalibur. Or what does that say?
Accelerators.
Oh, accelerators.
Yeah, from 97.
Yep, Impact.
Yeah, so this is the only thing that I have my eyes on right now.
Gold.
Yep,
Beauty.
but it's Probstein.
Oh,
It's at $53. Still got
Derek
2
Lee?
days. Still
Yep.
got
I
2
love
days,
Derek Lee.
23 hours.
Derek,
Canvas.
I was a big fan of Derek Lee. I had a bunch of his stuff.
But
He's
it's got
actually
30
one of my favorite fantasy baseball memories. I traded Carlos Delgado for Derek Lee and David Wright
Think you
before
did a-
David Wright had played any. And then that year was the year that Derek Lee and David Wright both went off and Delgado did not.
Delgado
was
went
beautiful.
the other way.
The guy in the league bitched, whined, and complained the whole season. It was awesome.
Pinnacle Mint.
You won't be able to see it.
It's in one of the proofs.
Maybe nickel plated. I don't know. 1 of 500.
I wish y'all could like prepare me for situations like this so I could actually have something to offer.
You're in your card room.
But that would require me to get up and go back there and move shit.
there's my jacked up mirror red.
First day issue.
Bunk.
Do you understand the idea of heat? Take your dog, go to bed. I'm fat and I don't like people around me. And that's why I had problems at the National.
I need to get that on a shirt to wear to the National.
Yeah, no kidding. I wore these Shorzy shirts. So all the Canadians are like, hey, man, nice shirt, eh?
Hell yeah.
What parts are you from?
Michigan.
Michigan. It's close enough. It's like South Canada.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
To 10.
The other problem is most everybody's seen almost anything that I would have to show these days.
Wow,
Unless I dug into the inserts and parallels, which not everybody has seen over the years. One of the most undervalued parallels, I think, ever across any sport. Undervalued and underappreciated, for that matter.
Ooh, that's a banger.
I think the gift from Ed, I don't know how many years ago, which I'm sure that's got a little more value now.
Hey, I have my few Sotos, courtesy of Bob Lewis.
I sent you old man Soto, I think. The gallery one, the rookie card. The one that they call old man Soto.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where the fuck that boxes currently with all the extra rookies and shit. McGillney. I remember when you got that because that was more recent, and I'll use that term loosely. More recent.
That's a banger right there. That's 05-06. Crosby Ovechkin rookie year, number 100. That's a tough one. Oh,
That's chunky.
That's real chunky. That's like the soup. Dang, is that Dumba?
Correct. I gotta get a mag for that, a fatty mag.
If our friend Billy Cilio, that was the nicest insert in Synergy. He's cranked up. Whew. He outdid himself on those.
That is a great looking card. All that foil.
That's what, 95, 96?
Score Golden Blades.
Yeah.
That's the dealer's artist proof, isn't it, Dave?
Mm-hmm. Can't see what shit. Coily and then $10.82, which I never understood.
We'll debut a rainbow. How about that? After Mr. Archer's done.
At the rate he's going, he won't be done.
No, I could show others, but it'd be all of Christmas stuff, and so we don't do.
So that's the $6.99. This is last year's Synergy cranked up to $6.99. $3.99 the red. The blue to $2.49. The purple to $99. The green to $65. The pink to $25. And the black to $10. All I need is the 101.
No number to 5?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Interesting.
So there's 8. Yeah, there's 8 iterations of it. That's last year's, and then this year's looks like it just came out last Wednesday, and it's Bedard hunting, so it's 23, 24. That's the cranked up out of there. There's a different numbering system. They're different this year. The numbers are higher. So like this is 849. This is the base one, 849. So I just started getting those. There's 20 different cards in Synergy this year. Last year was the cranked up, and there was that's the bounty version. And then there's a red with no bounty. And then the other one he had was with Sid, the duos, synergistic duos. And I have this one. The true base of these are the ones that are hard to find. This is not the base card. The base are numbered to 13 for 22, 23, 14 for 23, 24. I just missed the base the other night. It went for like 80 some bucks, but I've been buying Christmas stuff, so I didn't have the scratch hole to go higher because Christmas is shaping up quite nicely. Robert Lewis, you are done. David, you are done. Steven, you're mostly done.
Yeah, because I'm not getting anything.
The hell you're not. The guy talking at the bottom, I still got to get a couple things for him while he's not paying attention. And we know he won't watch the replay, so we can talk about him.
Well, Dallas is going to go down 3 games to none, which doesn't surprise me.
They're playing Boston, right?
Yeah. I didn't think they stood a chance in the first place, but
What a heck of a ride.
it was. But, like, I didn't think they. I was hoping for at least longer than a sweep, but I think they're going to get swept.
Remember that card, Steve?
Am I supposed to?
Yeah.
Why am I supposed to?
This is the only card I bought of Mario during the National. It was off of ComC.
Oh, is that the one that you flipped your shit and was like, oh my
Yeah.
God?
Yeah. That's out of Ovation.
Yeah, and you actually think that was last year.
It's much like when I quote Bob Lewis. So today I'm watching a Christmas episode upstairs after work. I needed to take a break because my head's thumping. We ran to Lowe's, bought some stuff, and then my head was just pounding. So I put the episode on, and then the better half asked me something, and it was on the part with Bob, and I quoted Bob word for word. And the better half looked at me and she goes, "You are sick in your head." She's like, how do you have this thing memorized? I'm like, well, I've watched it about 200 times. And
Okay,
it's
that's
hard.
a little bit of a stretch.
Well, it has 234 views. So at least
You
100
didn't-
is fine.
Okay, I'll give you that, but
I couldn't watch the Christmas episodes for a while because 2022 was Ghost. Ghost is in the pizza box sniffing around, and Bob's like, nothing changes. And then Dave was opening his cards last year, and Dryden came and laid his head on my leg. And I was like, oh, baby Dryden. And I could hear him barking, and but in a way, it's a reminder.
well, you could always go back and watch almost any episode, and there's something in there related to both of them at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, the Christmas episode 22. Yeah, Ghost was sniffing the pizza boxes because we got pizza and it was made for shit. It was just garbage. And he was like, you're saying it's garbage, but I'll eat it. And then last year, Dryden was in here because he could smell those damn beef sticks. He's like, there's got to be some of those for me.
Yeah,
Galaxy's pretty quiet. He's with his mama right now.
Yeah, those beef sticks would have given him the runs. Since they're flavored.
Yeah. I would not have. They were not have partaken in those.
Oh, I would definitely have advised against it. That's for sure. Dave, whoever said you were allowed to go off camera? He's not even.
Me.
I was. And that means what? Absolutely nothing.
Correct.
All right, asshole. Anybody have anything else they want to touch on briefly?
Well, we should touch on the topic if Joe does watch this. If he's still watching, or if he's watching the archive. Nationals will be held this year, or the National will be held this year in Cleveland. The crisis has been averted.
Pretty sure it was going to anyways, but
And get together is going to be held this year in Cleveland somewhere, and that crisis has also been averted. So,
Legion Hall, apparently, allegedly.
which again, we've been to Cleveland at all for the National. I have once. That IX Center is not, and when people say it's in the absolute middle of nowhere, that's incorrect. There were at least, now, Christ, that's 15 years ago, in 09. There's at least, I think, 2 hotels within a quarter of a mile. I mean, it's out there, but at the same time, it's not like you're driving down a 2-lane road 30 miles. It's not like we were going back and forth to our place. So that isn't like that situation for Chicago last year. Will it be a trek for some people? Yes. That's just the way it is. And I mean, to think that there's going to be all these new things sprouting up all around there, again, 15 years, I haven't seen it. I can't imagine it's all the same, but I can't imagine it's like completely changed. So, at least people, when they make those videos, feel good about themselves, like they're making a difference, and that's all that matters.
all we can say is Chicago 2025.
Sure.
Yeah.
And hopefully Michael will be joining us that year.
What's that?
Where?
What?
25?
Yes.
Yes. My plan is to be there.
I will be there.
Even if I'm not collecting cards, I'll be there.
You might not be the only one.
Yeah, you never know.
The way it's going, or if we're even near the level of past years and the down years, because I mean, I've talked with one of my fellow people on here, and it's just been a slow go. That I'm pissed at, and it's just like, yeah, I think if I really cared, I would have remembered. And it hasn't went for stuff like a price that you sit there and like we talked earlier, like, do you feel good about it? Fuck, 4 times the price that went, I would have felt good about it. But last night it was the Mirror Gold 97. That Brodeur, I think it went $31. I fucking just completely forgot about it.
I never make those mistakes, and I did it over the weekend. I missed 2 cards that I just flat out forgot about, and unfortunately, one of them went for $5 on bids, and that was the class president's gold out of 10. Went for $5.
Wow.
The only other one listed is some douchebag that has it for $115 or best offer. I offered 30 on it and it was auto declined. But yeah, that one hurt. And then there was a card from Unparalleled, numbered out of 10. It was another one. And it was a 99-cent auction. And I don't know that it went for much more than that. And it was just completely brain farting.
I do that all the time.
Yep.
The class president one, I'm giving myself a little slack on that because it was ending while I was at work. It was like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I'm busy and I just don't think about checking eBay. And I just messed up on that one. But yeah.
My days are mostly window shopping just from a curiosity perspective.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, I just don't care right now.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would be more excited to go to a Comic-Con than I would the National. I would rather go to a big Comic-Con. Just because there's so much cool artwork and stuff that people do that I enjoy more than I'm going to walk around that show seeing showcases full of ultra modern shit amongst the 975 tables of vintage of the same guys that are there every year with their shit wrapped in rubber bands that don't ever sell anything. That you got to weed your way through it. But
we talked about it quite a bit. Last year was all about the people.
Yeah.
With cards sprinkled in a little bit.
Yep.
Next year, we say it now that it may be a little bit more card focused. We'll see. We won't know until we get there. But, I said it from the beginning,
Way to make it awkward, Ty.
Yeah.
Well, leave it to Ty to come up with something out of
Ty
the ordinary. But there was two things at last year's National. Meeting a shit ton of people and meeting Terrell Davis. Outside of that, I could have given 2 flying fucks about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so, next year, hopefully it's meeting people that I didn't meet last year. I'm not going to go get my picture taken with Terrell Davis again. I've done that.
Yep.
The only thing, if he's there, I still debate on whether or not to get my Sicto piece autographed. But I'd be afraid to ship it to Michigan and then ship it back and hope it doesn't get ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we got the ballast lights, or LEDs. I got them for the garage. Meredith got them 4 years ago, and they finally died. So we got new ones, and they were sitting on the porch in a brown box, not in another box, just a box that they come in from Amazon, and it was soaked in water. So it's it was right on the edge of the porch. I'm like, and it's raining. Go 2.5 feet and put it by the door.
Yeah, but at least that can be replaced.
Yeah.
That can't be replaced.
No, that's a 101.
I mean, that cannot be replaced.
No.
So, because I thought about it last year. And I'm like, I know how to package. I know how to ship stuff. It's not me that I'm worried about. it would be whatever carrier I decided to use would be who I would be concerned about. And it's not just even from a damage perspective, like it get misshipped, it be misdelivered, or it get lost.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, okay, great, I put insurance on it. It still doesn't cover the
Replace.
value. It's so that's the only, and I keep going back and forth with that. I don't regret not doing it last year at all. Meeting it, just getting my picture in the photo op was, at the top of the list. But I almost want to do it just to see what he says about it.
Yeah.
To where I would have an opportunity to be like, oh, one of my good friends years ago actually drew this and sent it to me for Christmas, and just be able to tell the story type situation and just see what he says and what he thinks and stuff along those lines, because I think that would be a really cool story.
Yep.
So hear me out.
No,
Can't-
we're
Yeah.
at 2 hours. Dave, wrap us up.
So can't you get like a high resolution?
Did you mute yourself? Steve
No.
did it.
I muted him.
Damn.
Go ahead. I'm not touching anything. You're good.
Like a high resolution copy of it? Like take it
I probably could, but
I know it's not
the
the same, but it's the next best thing that you could do, almost like a lithograph. Because you'd hate to, like you said, if that's lost, it is gone forever. And it's not
Without
like
a doubt.
drawing them. So
No,
a copy of it,
he stopped. So like,
yeah.
I mean, that is an option, but depending on price point, that could get pretty costly to actually have like almost like a reprint done.
Yeah. I just ideas.
No, and I think it's a great idea.
You know what would happen if I put my Sicto piece down in front of Aaron Rodgers? He would say, "That's awesome," and then the Fanatics rep would step in and say he can't sign that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it has to be, doesn't it have to be?
Everything has to be licensed.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
Which is why my giant canvas up there of Clay and Rodgers, there are massive Green Bay memorabilia collectors and dealers that deal in high-end stuff that I could never afford that have tried to buy that from me because he can't sign that image.
So he signed it pre-Fanatics?
No, see, that's the interesting thing. It's got a Fanatics hollow on it when Rodgers signed it. They didn't make that rule until they made him an exclusive.
So it's not Fanatics, but it's a Fanatics approved auto. That's the one you sent away.
No, that one I purchased from somebody that does the signings.
Okay.
He works with Waukesha.
Well, this is the same guys that got your Clay stuff.
Yeah, he's the one I sent everything to. His name's Chris Borkenhagen.
Bless you.
He has Borky Sports. Huh?
How unfortunate.
Yeah. But yeah, he got that piece done, and then I ended up buying it off of him. So I don't know if maybe Rodgers wasn't supposed to sign that at the time, and it just got done because he was the one standing there helping run the signing. Because Rodgers stuff's all private signings; they don't do public signings for his stuff. So, but yeah, that specific image they don't do anymore. Which, fine by me. I hope they never do it again.
$50,000 and it's yours.
Fuck, if somebody offered me $3 grand for it, I'd sell it.
I'm just stating, if hey, money talks, man.
Yeah, I bought it back for $1,000. And I originally sold it for $800. Luckily the guy I sold it to was a good friend, and he sold it to me for far less than he could have gotten for it.
But you also know the history and everything else surrounding it. So, like, technically, it could be borderline one of a kind. So,
with the inscriptions I have on it too, it's
I've
never seen another one. I've seen a lot of Packers memorabilia.
Yeah, you could set whatever price you wanted on it, and I'm sure there's some people out there with deep pockets that would probably pay it.
Yeah, there was one of the big dealers in the Packers groups. He was specifically looking for one. He acts kind of like he sells the stuff. He's kind of like a broker. He finds stuff for other collectors, and he was looking for one. And I got tagged in the post, but I'm like, nah, it's not for sale.
NFS, NFT.
Yep. Unless you can show me something that I can't live without, no.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, when I posted the Wimby on Instagram, I didn't put NFS NFT like I do on a lot of my TD stuff. I'm surprised I got nobody asking, "Oh, how much do you want for it? I'll buy it."
Yeah,
because it was the latest and greatest thing. It had just the value packs had just been released. Not a single inquiry, and I find it very odd.
That is odd.
Because I still get random. I don't know if either of you you're on Instagram probably more than Vinny and Dave are, Michael. Maybe not looking at stuff or whatever, but I know you at least post more than the two of them.
I send memes at 4:00 in the morning.
That's not what I'm getting at. I don't know about you, but I get sick and tired of unsolicited email requests.
Yep.
Where if they would actually just follow you, then it's not. You don't get the notification of you have so and so wants to send you a message.
Yeah,
I only got 2 of those.
Oh, I get them fucking all the time.
I get them all the time too.
And they're dealers, they're flippers. All they're doing is looking. Hey, you looking for anything? Or hey, I'm thinking of selling my collection. That type of shit. So now
I'm running a 3 blaster box break.
Yes, I've gotten those. But now it's
blaster box break.
They've thought about it. Hey, bro.
You laugh, but those are real.
Or hey, man, that's all the message says.
Yeah.
So it forces you to have a conversation with somebody, which I don't do. So let it be known, not that we get a shit ton of views here, nor does anybody other than my friends on here follow me on Instagram. Don't send me a message stating, hey, dude, or hey, bro, and think you're going to get a fucking response.
Yeah.
They get immediately deleted. Like, you don't even know I read it.
Yep. Same here.
They are instantly deleted. Go fuck yourself.
There's two of them. The one Lemieux collector, he's on the East Coast somewhere, and he's like, dude, how much? And I'm like, not for sale. But what was cool is I seen another one that came up on eBay, and I messaged him. He's like, dude, I'm taking it down now. Thanks. So that I get.
Yes.
Those conversations, 100%. That's
And
what it's
then
supposed to be.
There's another Lemieux collector out there, and he's hunting. I can't find mine, so now it's a problem. He has the cup run of the base to like 249, and we were both missing the same card. I thought I had two. I actually only have one, and I can't find it.
Ooh.
I might have two, but I can't find either one of them. It's 12, 13, I think it is, the cup. And I cannot find the son of a gun. I don't know what I did with it. I lost a stack of cards for Dave for Christmas. I couldn't find for almost 3 or 4 weeks. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, there they are. They were I had them up here because I opened mail in Meredith's office and I put them in a brown box because I got a bunch of stuff at Saturday and I put it in a brown box and I took it downstairs. And I had gotten a bunch of stuff for Dave all at once. And I'm like, where the piss did it go? And there was a card for Paul in there too. And I could not find it for the life of me. I was looking and looking and looking. And then I was telling Lois Rung, I'm like, holy crap, I finally found it. Because I told him that day, I was like, dude, I lost cards for Christmas. Now I'm trying to put them all in separate boxes and clean out the atomic explosion that is my office down there. C and I went through like 15 tubs last Sunday. It was like, and I got blue painter's tape because, as you know, Bob Lewis, I invested in blue painter's tape because you'll always get this. You'll never get a card for me that doesn't have that on it.
Mm.
Yep.
Blue or green?
I got a roll.
Yep.
Blue or green?
I got 2 rolls in the basement on my desk, and you got to pack them right. Even the mags, I'll throw it on mags too, because just in case. Then I do my layer of what do you call it? Bubble wrap. I put it on the bottom and pull it up the sides. Then I wrap it over top.
Well, truth be told, the sevens flap still does the purpose.
The sevens flap is good.
Yep.
But I like a good piece of painter's tape goes a long way.
I'm not saying either one is better than just putting freaking tape over it. And
I do the sevens
basically-
flap with the painter's tape.
I've gotten a couple cards with the sevens flap on it.
I just hate people who refuse to, like, they just put tape over it, and basically you've now wasted a top loader.
Yeah.
The first part of that sentence you just had, that's what I believe.
What?
These things
I
too.
hate people.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is an ingenious. It's hooked to the back of the penny sleeve, and you can. That's a.
Yeah, but
I'll never
How are
take
you-
them out. So
how is then somebody covering the top loader to ensure the card doesn't leave? Because that piece sticks out of the top loader.
true. That was in a team bag. I've been getting more and more cards without stuff. And today I was pissed because I got 2 cards from their McDonald's Lemieux cards, and they're one of the harder ones to find. And they shipped it in a white envelope. Then inside the white envelope was this little brown envelope. And I felt the brown, and I'm like, don't be, but of course it is. I open it up, 2 cards in a penny sleeve. I'm like, Judas freaking Priest. And one of the corners were bent. And I looked at both of those cards, and the corners were not bent when they were on eBay. And I'm like that one kid, Tyler Short. He's like a Elico 3 type guy. He flips and does stuff. And not that Elico 3 flips, but he's in that. He sells.
He does stuff.
He does that kind of
That's tough.
reviews of PSA stuff. But he like he said, what am I supposed to do? I chalk it up to, and he goes, I hate to leave him negative feedback, but these guys got to learn. You know, these people have to learn, I should say, and it's just like, come on. All you need is this. Put the tape on it, bada bing. Or do what ComC does. They put when they ship you stuff. I got the box last time. All the cards that were in penny sleeves were in a little 500 count box. And what they do is they just fold the
ticket.
The ticket, yeah.
Mhm.
So like, there's a ticket right there.
Yep.
So they just fold that ticket over when it's in a top loader, if they do that, or they just fold it off if it's in the thing, penny sleeve. Because I have a $5 credit because my last order was late. So if I send it before July 11th, I think, if I request my shipment, I get $5 off the shipping. So I'll be doing that here Friday. I'll grab whatever else I need, and then I'll do one. I do like 3 shipments a year. Spring, I would say end of summer, but because they were late and there's so much Christmas stuff in the company archive this year, I want to do it now, just in case I don't get it till freaking October, and that would suck. So then I'll try to do one more before the end of the year, because there's too many good cards on there to be had. Like that one night I was sitting here and it popped up that Panini banners, whatever it is. I don't know, Panini, maybe it's Black Diamond, whatever it was. Maybe it's Black Diamond, the banner thing. And I'm like, they've gone for $100. It was $32. I'm like, hit the button. Like I think I sent a meme to you guys today. There's these people that were doing live stream and they got Singer, what do you call those?
Sewing machines?
Sewing machines. And they put a friggin' little pad on it. And all it was doing this 100 miles an hour, putting hearts on the live stream, because they get paid as they get likes and all that crap. So there was 2 phones sitting under 2 Singer machines, and it was just. I was like, I don't know whether that's ingenious or the scuzziest thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yes.
It's ingenious.
It's both.
It's
It can be
But
both.
it's bullshit because it's inflated and it's garbage.
Yeah,
Yes.
like buying subs,
Mm-hmm.
allegedly.
Lions.
That's more sad than anything.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh, but it's a thing,
Oh, yeah.
and almost nobody is willing to talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, don't you know? Oh, don't you know?
All these influencers and shit. You think that they legitimately have tens of thousands of subs?
Not when they only have like 500 and some likes on their things.
If that were the case, then they would have a shit ton more views also.
So let's get controversial. Like it's when the
Us
NCCS show puts these people on to inflate them up, and like they're the ambassadors. Do they realize, like, to most collectors, the ambassadors they choose are like not even remotely close to how we are? The people
because they don't.
No, because
It
they
reaches
don't.
the biggest audience. That's all they care about.
Yeah,
And they don't understand that they themselves are jokes.
yeah, it's like, seriously, try to teach somebody something. Try to be good to other people. Preach the ways of the IRP.
Okay,
Like
I
my
wouldn't go
freaking
that far.
12-year-old
I wouldn't go that
kid.
far.
Do you know what a gas she gets by opening those packs on here and showing them to you? Because you know why? she respects you guys. Even though she's like goofy and she's like, she wasn't high on sugar, but she was high on life just now, which she came home from goalie practice and she was like, "Nyeh." And then all of a sudden I gave her 4 packs of Pokemon cards and it was like, but she pulled 2 freaking monsters out of there in the Pokemon world, $10 cards. Okay. But if you grade them, they're going to be like $60, $70 cards. But it's just cool to see her. I said, are you going to put those in? I want to get her a binder with more pages because they had that Silver Tempest at Kroger, Sword and Shield, which is the last iteration. Now it's what is Scarlet Violet? It's the newest one out. And it's like you can't get those packs for under like $6-7, and it's like $3.99. So I bought her 4 packs and she pulled 2 good cards and she was elated. That's what the hobby is supposed to be. But then you got these.
It's not about what it's worth or what I can sell it for.
Exactly. And you got these kids out there that are scripted. That's what kills me is when the parents influence the kids. My dad never said, collect this, son, collect that. He broke my heart when he goes, I don't really like Westerns. I'm like, excuse the shit in me? What the did you just say, old man? He's like, I only watch the Westerns because you and your brother like them. I'm like, you what? Like, because I love freaking Western movies. I love Eastwood, all those spaghetti Westerns, John Wayne. I love it.
Dean Martin.
Yeah, Dean Martin, Robert Mitchum.
Robert Redford.
Real love.
Yeah.
Because my dad ain't watching shit he didn't want to watch.
And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I watched them because you like them.
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts, yeah. The Apple Dumpling Gang with Tim Conway. Dave is like the most antithesis opposite of any movie person there is, and he just starts hating people. But I found a cowboy movie, didn't I? You son of
Yeah, but the fact that he brings up Don Knotts, I mean, that's the Andy Griffith show, man.
Well, I got it. The Apple Dumpling Gang was him and Tim Conway that were in it. It was a cowboy movie.
Dorf
on golf. Dorf in the Olympics. Those were hysterical.
So normally we don't give hashtag investment advice. Actually, you know what? I'll mention it in the after hours.
Buy lots.
No, that's not what I was going to go with.
There's my investment advice.
Buy what other people says is cool.
Yeah.
Do that.
No.
See what that is? It's a mystery refractor.
It's a
card. This was buried in a lot for $15.
Was there a bunch of
significantly more than $15? Say that again, Dave.
Was there a bunch of faded autographs in there?
No, it was a bunch of crap Lemieux cards, but I saw this and I just saw a hint of shine, and I'm like, buy it now. So I got a mystery refractor for $15, and these are not. They go for more. There's another card in here too. I got for.
Is that your 5th copy? Sorry, I couldn't.
No, it might be my second. I think this is only my second of this.
I couldn't help myself. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, then I got this off of ComC for like $10. You see what that is? It's hard to tell.
Game Gear?
It's not Game Gear, but if you look,
fuck Dave.
That's cracked ice.
Okay.
It's only you can only see it at the bottom very faintly.
So atomic refractor?
Yeah, it's atomic refractor. But
that's what cracked ice is. I mean,
yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw somebody, and I wish I would have screenshotted the post off of Instagram. And it was a newer card or whatever. Or no, it was the 98 Bowman's Best atomic refractor. Okay. And they numbered to 100. And they made the notation that cracked ice still looked great back in the early days. And I almost wanted to respond and be like, you got that wrong. Atomic refractors of old are the cracked ice of today. Like, learn something, son.
You would have got called out on the carpet, just like I did.
I had somebody post, "Ooh, gold vinyl" on one of my superfractor posts.
That's a big fucking no.
Yeah. I wish for them to have a really bad car accident.
Gold vinyl is a panini term, anyways. Like, they're not even in the same manufacturing realm.
No, it made me sad. But
Well, and I pointed out time and time again, so and so game used autograph, and they show the back, and right on the back it says player worn.
oh, that happens all the time.
And truth be told, for the record, folks, for those who don't know, there is a difference between game used and game worn. There is a difference. Argue with me, please. Wrap us up, Dave.
Thank you for watching, commenting, indulging in our intelligence as a pup.
Or lack thereof.
You know, the family thing.
Keep it clean. Hey, it's a family show.
Pardon me.
While I burn. Oh, sorry.
So, next week, same glorious time, same glorious channel. Thank you, Michael, for jumping on.
Bob, we missed you.
Yeah, Bob. We might start talking about the National. I don't know if anybody's started talking yet. Trying to drum up interest. I mean, I guess we did today. But I think people have done it before us, too. And I don't see those people commenting anymore. It's like a toilet that flushes. So, for Michael, for Vincenzo, for Steve, I'm Dave. This has been the IRP. Remember, collecting cards and grading cards is a wonderful hobby and way to make money. The friendships you forge along the way, that's what really matters. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Go Oilers.